WTIM.
Welcome into WTIM, your information station. It's time now for our WTIM morning show, this time with Kelsey Bentledge, nutrition educator with the St. Louis Dairy Council. Before we move, let's thank our stream sponsors here, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. Find the live stream on Facebook at Taylorville Daily News or on YouTube at WTIM TV. Kelsey Bentledge, been a while since you've been in our studios. How you been these past couple of months with the Dairy Council?
It's been amazing. You know, the holidays are so busy this time of year, but it's great to be here in person.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about all things dairy.
Always good to have you in there. That's exactly what we're going to do today. We're keying in on cheeses today, and a specific cheese, Kelsey Bentledge. So when we're perusing the aisles at the grocery store and we're looking for our next holiday meal, what kind of cheeses are you keying in on this holiday season?
Well, you know, I have a toddler at home, so I have very specific cheeses that he likes, specifically sprinkle cheeses. That's been a fan favorite lately, string cheeses, but there's just so many varieties out there. There are 300 varieties in the US. So there's endless possibilities, whether you're looking for like a hard cheese, something that really brings a lot of flavor to the table, or a fresh cheese. There's really options out there for everybody, it seems like.
300 varieties of cheese. That's a crazy number right there. And I want to get into more of the science behind all these cheeses in a little bit. But I mean, with the St. Louis Dairy Council, what's our specific cheese that we're focusing on in December?
Yes, so we're focusing on ricotta cheese this month, simply because it is kind of a staple with the holidays and baking and cooking this holiday season. So ricotta in Italian, it just means recooked, and that really just speaks to the fact that it is a fresh cheese and how it's made. The cheesemakers, they make a variety of cheeses. So like, for example, if they are to make a cheddar cheese, the byproduct of cheddar cheese is whey. So that whey is then used in the process of making ricotta. So that casein separates, the casein becomes the cheese, the remaining protein is the whey protein, and that's what's used along with milk and vinegar, and then that mixture is heated up, and that's kind of the base and how they make ricotta cheese.
Wow, I had no idea. And you mentioned whey there. That's a name you'll see out on like different types of products. And whey protein, you said right there, it's the same components in whey. It's whey.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's the same protein. It's actually a liquid as a byproduct of cheese, and like the whey protein that you're speaking of, that's like the dehydrated form of the protein. So it is it's a very nutrient rich protein, and it's used in a lot of different ways because it's a byproduct of cheese. So people have become really innovative on making sure that no part of milk goes wasted, and it's used in lots of different ways, whether it's whey protein, ricotta cheese, or in different products as well, to help enrich the protein content and nutrient content.
I love hearing about those ways that it just keeps getting broken down and used in other forms right there. It's almost like, there's no waste in these operations. That's so cool. So we're talking ricotta cheese today. We normally know that from our lasagna dishes right there. It feels like ricotta cheese works well in that dish. But what else can we apply this ricotta cheese to during holidays?
Yeah, it's most common in that lasagna dish, which I personally love it that way. Lasagna is a staple, especially around this time of year. It's a comfort food, things like that. But ricotta, it's light. It's slightly sweet, and that's because of that whey that's in it. The flavor kind of lends itself to both sweet or savory dishes, making it a perfect addition for holiday recipes. So it can be an easy appetizer. You could whip up that ricotta cheese in a food processor, and then it will be nice and creamy. Cool. And make a nice spreadable dip base. So you could add seasonings to it, like maybe you wanted to do like a garlic a garlic seasoned flavor, or you wanted to add honey to make it a sweet flavor. It makes a really yummy dip that way. But it also can be used in like pancake batter, or you can also use it on the top of like with a breakfast bowl, kind of how we use yogurt. You can add fruit and nuts and toppings to that. And then it also can be used in our recipe of the month, which we're going to talk about in a little bit as well.
Awesome. A very versatile cheese right there. And I feel like we wouldn't be able to include other types of cheeses in so many different, sweet, savory things like you're talking about right there. Would you agree with that?
Yes, because it's fresh cheese, it just is so versatile because the flavor is so mild.
Yeah. Can I get you a water, Kelsey Bentledge? Can we take a little break? It's all right.
Struggling
It's
today.
all right. No, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. We're almost time to take ourselves a little break right here. We can do so if you want to. We can keep talking about ricotta cheese. Yeah, let's do that.
Sure.
We're taking a little break on the morning show right now. We're sitting down with Kelsey Bentledge, our nutrition educator. We'll be right back.
This is Jordan Rupert with People's Bank and Trust, where customers have one business banker who understands their business and provides the right financial services to achieve their financial goals. Your business banker is your single source for all your financial needs, from cash management to lines of credit, from mortgages to equipment loans, and everything in between. Call me at 888-PBT-1954. Bank with People's Bank and Trust so you can spend your time running your business, not explaining it. At People's Bank and Trust, we put people first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your locally owned Scooters Coffee at routes 29 and 104 in Taylorville are proud to be the exclusive sponsor of the WTIM Tornado Give Back promotion. Scooters Coffee will donate the following to the Taylorville Sports Boosters. For each Tornado varsity football touchdown, they're donating $10. For each 3-point shot in varsity Tornado boys and girls basketball games, they're donating $3. And $5 for each home run scored by varsity baseball and softball team. The 22 local Scooters Coffee Taylorville, thank you for your business. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Hi, this is John Wright, 4th generation owner from Wright's Furniture here in Taylorville.
And I'm Alex Wright, 5th generation owner. Now through December 21st, when you purchase a Wright Sleep mattress, Wright's will donate a twin mattress to a charity in your name. Bring comfort and joy to your home and to a family in need. For 135 years, we've been known for so much more than offering the best in local quality home furnishings. Faces you know.
People you can trust. Wright's, the first name in home furnishings.
There's an issue cutting through the bipartisan bickering in Congress. It's AM radio. The overwhelming majority of legislators, Democrats and Republicans, support a bill to keep AM radio in cars. But time is running out. Text AM to 52886 and ask Congress to bring this bill to the floor for a vote now. AM radio is too important to let this moment pass us by.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Making radio and our digital platforms work for my clients is fun. I'm Teresa Nelson, an account manager with the Miller Media Group. With nearly 30 years of media experience, I've made advertising media sales a great career. We have an opportunity for one person to join us. If you think you have what it takes to be successful in a fast-paced business and enjoy challenges, you might be the person we're looking for. One thing's for sure, there is never a dull moment in a radio station. Send us your resume for our first interview to sales@randyradio.com. We're an equal opportunity employer.
Perry Stanfa here, owner of Central Illinois Truck Service in Greenville. If you're a trucker, you know you gotta keep your rig on the road. Let our certified techs using the latest software keep you on the road. Click on our icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com and let us work for you.
SIU Family Medicine wants the best health for you and your family. Be a champion. Protect your loved ones. The SIU Center for Family Medicine of Taylorville is accepting new patients. Click their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com to schedule your appointment.
Your information station, WTIM.
We are back here on the WTIM Morning Show with Kelsey Bentledge, nutrition educator over at the St. Louis Dairy Council. We've been talking all about our holiday meals and how we can incorporate ricotta cheese today. We've learned all of its versatility so far. Let's talk the nutrition in ricotta cheese. Kelsey, what do you got for us?
Yeah, so ricotta is really a great source of calcium and vitamin B12. B12 is huge this time of year for immune health. And then calcium, it's also one of the 4 nutrients of concern in the American diet. So that means that we're kind of falling short on consuming enough calcium from day to day. So it gets you almost a third of your daily needs of calcium with every serving that you have of ricotta cheese. A serving being with ricotta, since it's a fresh cheese, it's actually like 3/4 of a cup, where it's a little bit unique from the other servings of dairy, which is 1 cup of milk, 1 cup of yogurt, or 1.5 ounces of cheese. So just getting in those 3 servings a day kind of gets you closer to your calcium needs requirements for the day. And then ricotta is also a really good source of protein. It has 10 grams of protein. And when I say it's a good source, it's a complete protein, which is you can't get from plant sources. So that's another great little facet that ricotta has as well. Typically people aim for about 20 to 30 grams of protein in a meal. So just to put in perspective how much 10 grams of protein really is, it gets you really close there. So, or at least least halfway there to your needs in one meal. So, with just a serving of ricotta. So, and it's also a low sodium dairy food as well. So it's really healthy, even and also delicious to add to those meals this holiday season.
Lots of benefits. High in B12, there, calcium, and you mentioned nutrients of concern. I've never heard that title right there. Is that a newer thing you guys have become aware of?
So the nutrients of concern are identified by the dietary guidelines for Americans. It's calcium, vitamin D, potassium, and fiber. So calcium, vitamin D, and potassium you can find in dairy foods. Fiber comes from plant sources. So maybe pairing like a whole grain cereal with milk, you're getting all 4 nutrients of concern there. So yes, those nutrients are just the ones that we end up kind of falling short on typically in our American diet.
Sure. When you're looking at cheeses, and when we spoke on ricotta cheese, very good in different recipes and stuff like that. I've been looking at the extensive cheese aisles at these grocery stores because there's a lot to pick from there. And Kelsey, I've been after our conversations, I want to get more dairy in my diet. I want my snack cheese, a block of cheese that I'll just take a bite out of. Do you recommend a cheese that's going to fulfill a lot of these health needs there, and also is going to have good taste? And those Baby Bell cheeses are good for snacks. It feels like it's just small though. Anything?
Honestly, any of them are a good choice. They're all good sources of protein. So that's a good start right there. And just finding the flavor that works for you. I know, like, I'm a really big fan of Gouda, Havarti, things like that. Some people really like the cheeses that are harder and have more flavor, like a Parmesan or Gruyere. Those make great additions to like charcuterie boards, especially coming up on the holiday season. That's a great snack to have out because you're getting in that protein, and protein helps to make you full, fill up your satiety. You're getting in something that's a little bit healthier so that you're not overindulging on all the delicious holiday foods. Although, even so, as a dietitian, I recommend eat the holiday foods. Just, it's one day a year.
Thanks,
but maybe, just keeping out for your, looking out for your health and not having too much, and having something on the table like cheese, which is a great source of protein, is a great way to kind of manage that.
Cool. Gouda and Havarti. I've gotten both of those, and I really enjoy those there. Those are really great ones. And another weird question that I've been seeing from social media here, shredded cheese. Should we be buying pre-shredded cheese, or should we be shredding our own cheese?
You're fine either way.
Okay.
So it really is like a personal preference. The thing about shredding cheese, if you're shredding cheese at home, is that it will stick back together because it doesn't have any sort of like coating on it to help keep it from sticking back together. But both have the same amount of nutrition, the same typically flavor profiles, although there are some cheeses out there that you can't find in shreddable form. So like some of those really flavor rich, interesting cheeses that are out on the market, those you might want to shred yourself to really create an awesome dish.
Okay. That's social media poisoning my brain again, Kelsey. They're saying stop buying pre-shredded cheese because it's bad for you. Okay, I gotta ask Kelsey Bentley. We got our answer right there. You can buy shredded cheese still.
I think the social media is trying to get you to the shredder. Get you to buy that shredder. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Then the next swipe is an ad for the the automated cheese shredder.
It really is a nice shredder.
Perfect. Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep buying pre-shredded cheese there. So thank you, Kelsey, for that. We got Kelsey Bentley, nutrition educator, St. Louis Dairy Council in studio now. We got a recipe for this month for us?
Yes.
Perfect. What do we got?
We do. We have a no-baked, no boil before you bake penne pasta recipe. So this is a time-saving recipe. I know this time of year, especially this year, we were talking about how close Thanksgiving and Christmas are this year. These weeks just feel kind of jam-packed and a little bit chaotic. So anything that's going to make it a little bit easier this time of year is welcome. So this dish is super easy. You don't have to boil the pasta before you bake it. You just mix all of the ingredients together. Includes marinara sauce, penne pasta, baby spinach, so get a vegetable in there, mozzarella, Parmesan cheese, and ricotta cheese, so lots of protein added there with the cheeses, and you just literally mix the ingredients together in a 9x13 pan, cover it, and bake it for an hour. So it's just so simple to whip it up really quick, throw it in the oven, move on with the other tasks you need to do of the evening, and it makes for really good leftovers too.
Perfect. And I got dinner for tonight all lined up already. That one's really easy. And no boil baked penne pasta. That confuses me just a little bit, and I totally trust you. I've seen these made, but what is it? Just to describe that process. It's different than pre-boiling that pasta. That's what I'm so used to.
Yeah, and one benefit of it is that it really absorbs the flavors that way, because it's not already cooked. So the liquid that's in the recipe comes from the marinara sauce. So those noodles really absorb that marinara flavor and the liquid from it. So it's exactly as it says. You don't cook it before you put it in the pan, and then the covering it will keep kind of the moisture in and get those noodles nice and tender, and the rest of it nice and, baked as well, with the cheeses melted nicely in there. So it's just a really easy recipe, and that's what I live for, is the easy recipes.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't believe it's getting all that liquid just from the cheeses there and then from the mozzarella. I saw one recently where it was using some sort of chicken broth or beef broth for the noodles.
Yeah.
Now, that's a great idea.
Another flavor addition.
More flavor absorption there. So really cool. Awesome. And we're talking so much ricotta cheese today. Can we make it at home somehow, Kelsey?
Yes, you can.
Wow.
You can make ricotta at home. You can just make it. It's really simple: whole milk, lemon juice or vinegar, and then salt. So for equipment, you'll need a 4-quart pot. That was a tongue twister. And then a thermometer to read it, measuring spoons, and a cheesecloth and a strainer. So, and then a mixing bowl too. But the ingredients are super simple, but it's a little tricky as far as temperatures go and things like that. So if it's something you want to, just try out making cheese at home, it's definitely a fun one to do, kind of as a food science experiment.
Totally.
You got to get to the perfect temperature of 200 degrees, then add the lemon juice and wait 10 minutes, and then those curds will start to form, and then you strain it. So yes, you can make it at home. So if you don't want to run back out to the grocery store and you're really motivated to make a ricotta cheese, you could try that out. I know my coworker made it and she said it was delicious.
Awesome.
So
yeah, it's not too crazy of a process to get done right there. It doesn't seem like a last minute process. Oh, I'm not going to run to the store. I'll just make my own ricotta cheese. But no, that's a really fun undertaking right there. That'd be a really cool thing to do. And just so many ways to work in ricotta to your holiday meals this year. Where can we go, Kelsey, for more information, resources on St. Louis Dairy Council, and just recipes, stuff like that?
Yeah, head to our website at stldairycouncil.org. We actually have a resource called Gotta Have Ricotta, and there are 3 recipes on there. The one that I talked about today, the pasta recipe, also that whipped ricotta spread, and then lemon ricotta pancakes as well. So a lot of delicious options there for maybe those pancakes could be your Christmas morning meal. So
Totally.
There's lots of recipes on our website. So head there at stldairycouncil.org.
Love it. Really appreciate the conversation today, Kelsey. We're out of time, but thanks for coming in today.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. That's Kelsey Bentledge, nutrition educator with the St. Louis Dairy Council right here on the WTIM Morning Show. Thanks for tuning in.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville, 96.1 W241 CF Taylorville, 107.5 W298 CD Shelbyville,